Good morning, good early afternoon, everybody. We're here on Fight TV. It's Black Label Pro.
Is that it? Is that our intro?
That was your wake-up.
That was our intro?
At the beginning of his entrance music.
One hell of an alarm clock today. Noon 03. Welcome to Threat Level, noon 03. I'm Percy Davis. I'm with Mr. Dave Prazak over here, who's already a silly Billy. We just started.
What's up there? I'm silly all the time.
But speaking of silly, this is a man who is not silly one bit. Mr. Anthony Henry. Good God. What
an explosive individual,
a monster in the middle of that ring.
A bit of change of scenery for Black Label Pro outside of the Crown Point area. We're here in Indianapolis as part of the collective. Day 3. It all wraps up tonight.
Beautiful 3-1-7, and out of the Motor City, though, we have one of the greatest veterans of all time, one of the greatest professional wrestlers to have ever graced this industry, our BLP Midwest Territory Champion, Alex Shelley.
Just wearing his mask to the ring.
Good Lord, why would you be that handsome and wear a mask? I'm not understanding it. But an homage to, can't think of the name at this time. I apologize, I'm not the wrestling encyclopedia that Mr. Shelley is.
Nobody is.
Tiger Driver 9X sponsored. Personal request for this match against Anthony Henry, who had a tremendous showing against Ben Carter earlier this year.
Hasn't everyone had a great showing against Ben Carter?
Yeah, Ben Carter is amazing. I hope you're resting up there, buddy. Hope you heal up soon.
Absolutely. BLP Midwest Championship on the line. This should be one hell of an opening.
Absolutely. What a way to start the match. We're getting Alex Shelley, Anthony Henry, two of the best professional wrestlers going at this moment. Again, a personal request from Alex Shelley. Alex Shelley, during this run in his career, wanting to wrestle everybody, already drawing the line in the sand for Anthony Henry.
Put some sportsmanship to start things out with the handshake. The collar and elbow tie up. They as they say, start the show hot. Have a really good opening matchup. Set the pace for the rest of the show.
And absolutely will. I know everyone in the back is watching this. It's the beauty of Black Label Pro. Everyone is inspired by each other to be better. The wrestlers, the management, everyone wants to be so much better than they started. And a match like this, the entire show is going to be phenomenal, man.
Quickly working his way out of that abdominal stretch. And Shelley into the hammerlock. Back to the headlock. Goes Anthony Henry, bringing it down to the canvas. Back in a standing position, Shelley shoots him off. Step over by Henry, gets met with the elbow from Shelley.
A vicious back elbow. I wouldn't have expected that from Alex Shelley to go striking so early, especially against Anthony Henry, but again, maybe that's to throw him off of his game plan.
Roll up out of the corner here.
But there it is, there's a game plan in and of itself. Tight stretch muffler in there, he has that deep. Shelley has to crawl the ropes.
Walking on his hands all the way across the ring, but Henry's not done. Spinning toe hold, but kicked off by Shelley.
Shelley trying to get that separation, man, and Anthony going right for him. Short of the gut there. Working intelligently with that hot shot off the middle rope.
Throat first, across the top rope.
Taking a little bit of time for a beautiful splash, and maybe that time was too much wasted motion from the man who never wastes motion, Alex Shelley.
Nothing but knees to the midsection right there. That'll put a stop to the offense.
Delivering that neck early is Anthony Henry, kind of shaking off the damage he took earlier, but there are those brutal kicks. That could have been a horrible start to the match here for Alex Shelley. Those strikes of Anthony Henry are pinpoint, yet devastating. Back to that neck goes Alex Shelley.
Shout out to our friend Sarah Shockey, unable to make it here today, but we'll hear from her and see her again soon.
You say, hopefully one day we have a little three-way date over here. Yeah, you know, we
go.
Super professional three-person in the booth. Going and maintaining wrist control there is Alex Shelley. Double wrist locking onto the hammer lock there, holding it in tight too, making sure that Anthony Henry can't go anywhere. Pulling and bending at that right arm, good Lord.
And driving down with that knee. There's a million ways that Alex Shelley can bend you into a pretzel and dish out punishment. That's why he's one of the best in the world.
Of course, he seems to have been, he's targeting the neck area of Anthony Henry today, probably to help him so he can put on that Border City stretch later tonight. He's been putting away many opponents with that maneuver.
Bringing him down to his knees here.
Variation of a Japanese stranglehold straight jacket. Has the knees locked down as well, stepping on the back of them, making sure he has no leverage.
And now snapping back with it.
And even though it was attack to the back, let's not forget the fact he had those arms laced around that neck and hyperextended that neck real quick, real fast. A whiplash maneuver.
Yeah, still focusing on that neck while also doing damage to the back. Multitasking, Alex Shelley.
Definitely, and very rarely do we see Anthony Henry in real danger. He's the wounded animal in this match. He's being picked apart. He's being followed by Alex Shelley, who's being very methodical. Look at this taunting Anthony Henry right now.
Needed him right in there, but Henry's got Shelley's legs.
That
double-legged
dragon screw leg whip. We saw him use that against Ben Carter last time he was in the ring, and it paid dividends. Look at that.
Shelley can't even stand. That did some serious damage to the leg of Shelley.
That maneuver, every time I see it, is so vicious. Jams up here, ACL, MCL, anything else down there. We already know Alex Shelley has a number of knee injuries that have plagued him throughout the career.
And Henry's focusing right on that weakness, on that body part. Could be the key to victory here against Shelley.
It's like a version of an Indian deathlock he has there too. Holding in deep and slamming Shelley to the mat so he has to kick out, expend that little bit of extra energy.
Trying to force those shoulders to be flat against the canvas, but bridging up. And once again, Shelley trying to hang in there, needs to free himself from this leg lock.
The fans have been for both of these men today. Neither side, neither really taking a side. It's been half and half this entire match. And right now, look at this. Anthony Henry bridging back on that Indian deathlock. Extra pressure applied.
And nowhere near the ropes for Shelley to force an immediate break of the hold here. Referee checking if he's had enough. A world of pain.
Look at that cocky look on the face of Anthony Henry. He enjoys hurting people. He is one of the most talented wrestlers on the planet, but he's a bit of a prick when he wants to be.
Further damage to the leg. Shelley just clutching that knee in pain.
And this is the pace that we usually see out of Anthony Henry. Stalks his prey, already knows what body part he's going to go to, makes his opponent wonder what is going to happen next. Right there with those boots to the inner knee.
Still keeping him in the middle of the ring, going for another spinning toe hold, but kicked through the ropes and all the way out to the floor.
Anthony Henry nonplussed about that, landing on his feet.
Usually at this point, you'd think maybe he would go for a dive or something, but Shelley can barely stand at this point.
Yeah, you're wondering if this is just to kind of breathe, get feeling back into those legs. As you can see, it's more pissing Anthony Henry off than anything else. Look at that quick snapping into the sleeper hold there real quick. Anthony Henry ran right into it. Maybe that was part of Alex Shelley's game plan, but that knee breaker was not. Missing that enziguri and slamming that right knee of his into the mat as well cannot feel good. Both of those knees damaged.
Drop kick right to that knee with precision. Henry with a running kick to the chest off the ropes. And a double stomp to follow up to the knee.
Combinations after combination there by Anthony Henry into a beautiful figure four leg lock, having it in deep, twisting over to add a little bit more pressure onto Alex Shelley.
Henry's doing a great job of focusing on that knee throughout this matchup. As soon as he got the opportunity, he was able to keep Shelley away from working over his neck. Done a great job. That we could see a submission victory here for Anthony Henry.
Very well could be, as we saw Alex Shelley try to turn over that stomach and get that rope as well. There you go, alleviating the pressure, but Anthony Henry able to turn through. I'm wondering who actually has the advantage in this hold. Doesn't matter anyway, the break has to happen as both men were in the ropes.
Henry checking on his neck condition while Shelley's still clutching his knee.
The adrenaline has to be pumping through his veins, giving him the opportunity to move as freely as he wants to. Alex Shelley's trying to get that same breather, trying to let the blood flow back to his legs so he can actually mount some kind of offense, though. Don't need legs for chops like that, though. Good God.
You got to keep in mind, someone like Alex Shelley was just wrestling about 16 hours ago in a brutal matchup and is back in the ring once again.
Yes, this is Anthony Henry's first match of the collective, too. So he is one of the freshest men here at Black Label Pro and at collective in general.
Taking a little bit of time.
He doesn't want to do it like that, he says. Good gosh, straight right there from Alex Shelley. You very rarely see punches in the mouth like that from Alex.
Anthony Henry was trying to keep it sportsmanlike, it seems, but temper's starting to flare a little bit.
Alex Shelley spitting at Anthony Henry. They're not the smartest thing. Holding him in place, smacking him into an enziguri afterwards.
It's like, if I'm not going to be able to walk for the rest of the week, I'm kicking you, slapping you in the face.
Good Lord, if you're going to take something out of me, I'm going to take something out of you, Punk, says Alex Shelley. But again, maybe that's the veteran instinct of Alex Shelley, getting into the head of Anthony Henry, who thought, we're going to have a nice match, we're going to have a fun match, we're going to wrestle like wrestlers, and to get punched in the face and spit on, of course you're going to swing on a guy any chance you can get.
Shelley ringing away on the arm. But going back to work on that leg is Anthony Henry.
Yanking on that arm, big chop, sending Anthony to the ground. Another one, maybe a trio of them.
Connecting with each chop to the chest and causing him to fall flat against the canvas. Back first repeatedly, but back to the leg.
Wait for a German, not able to get it. Fleeing his way all the way to the ropes. Oh my God, another leg screw on the left leg.
And nowhere for Shelley to go as he was tied in the ropes with his other leg. Devastating.
It worked against Alex Shelley. He was attempting to grab hold of that rope to prevent an O'Connor roll. And that's some very gamesmanship like maneuver right there from Anthony Henry to use his opponent's advantage against him. STO into the middle buckle there. Able to create that separation. Alex Shelley holding up a finger to remind everyone, okay, I'm still in this.
He needs a little break here. As soon as he got the opportunity, as soon as he had Anthony Henry dazed, gave Alex Shelley a little bit of time to try to shake some life into that leg. Continue in this fight.
Again, both legs are damaged. The right one not so much as the left one after that second dragon screw leg open right there. Maneuvers like that, not even necessarily high risk, but Anthony Henry able to exploit that injury.
Out to the apron, connects with a kick to the side of the head. Caught him in the mouth, it looked like.
Huge shoulder to the gut there. Where's Anthony Henry going? Swimming through. Beautiful schoolboy. Super kick there off the button.
Shelley trying to stay on his feet here, but he's like out on his feet.
And a tornado DDT of his own by Anthony Henry. This could be it. Oh my God.
Ooh, very, very close.
Shelley had to use all of his upper body strength there. We saw him put his leg in the air to attempt to kick out, but the pain was too great. A clover leaf variation almost hooked. Oh, clover leaf stretch muffler. I'm sorry, what? That is badass. And Alex Shelley is in a world of hurt.
Did he get to the ropes? No. Really wrenching up on the hole.
He's going to have to give up here, Dave. There's no way. Oh, he got it.
He has the ropes and taking full advantage of the referee's count is Henry before releasing the hold to do as much damage to the leg as possible.
I was assuming Shelley was going to tap out, just to at least prolong his career. That damage that already injured legs, that sometimes you just have to tap out to see tomorrow. But Alex Shelley not letting it happen.
Wants to pull out the victory here and hold on to that BLP Midwest Championship.
Anthony Henry to his feet first. I'll be surprised if Alex Shelley can even stay on his feet.
No respect anymore at this point in the matchup, especially on the side of Alex Shelley. He's pissed.
Good Lord, those shots thundering throughout the fairgrounds here in Marion County. Look at that, Alex Shelley daring him, telling him more. It's not enough. Good God.
Hucking another loogie in his general direction. And Anthony Henry now off the ropes with momentum.
Lifting his leg up there intelligently with the super kick on the foot of Anthony Henry. He is staggered. Catching, swimming through, sending Shiranui.
This could be it.
This could be it. He has that hooked in deep. No, not enough.
2.5.
These near falls are driving me insane, Mr. Prazak. That beautiful standing shiranui, and earlier that cloverleaf stretch muffler variation, but a Border City stretch swimming out of it. You do not put on a move of another wrestler. They know the best ways out of it. Hooking him in deep for that pin, though.
He shell shock.
Good God!
By Anthony Henry.
Shell shock, nailed it. Oh, God. Into the Border City stretch.
Really rubbing it in his face.
Rolling up deep, though. He has it hooked. He has it hooked. That was it. Was that it? Was that it? Ring the bell. Ring the bell. Yeah, I guess that's it.
That was 3.
Referee's positioning was a little off as his legs slid out of it, but that hand hit for the 3.
Yes, he was down for 3. Shelley retains the BLP Midwest Championship.
There is the walking weapon. One of the greatest professional wrestlers out there. One of the best today. I was able to see this man's air quotes retirement match years ago when he was leaving after a neck injury. Came back in better shape, a better man, a better professional wrestler, and just absolutely killing it.
They call him the walking weapon for a reason. It's how dangerous he can be inside the ring. This should be an interesting one. Intergender competition. I've had this song in my head for the past 24 hours since preparing it for my show later on today. Getting the sound ready.
Tell me a little bit about Ms. Leyla Hirsch here then.
Legit Leyla Hirsch has a legit background as the name implies. Don't let her size fool you. Despite the difference in size between these two wrestlers, she's got the knowledge and the holds to pull out a victory today. Let's see if she can do it. It's not going to be an easy task against someone the level of Josh Alexander.
And this is actually Josh's second intergender competition of the weekend as he took on Kylie Ray earlier this weekend on Saturday, actually less than like 12 hours ago.
Very busy weekend for a lot of competitors, especially someone like AJ Gray.
Of course, and I absolutely imagine that Josh Alexander is going to take her entirely seriously. I was afraid he wasn't for a minute, but picking her up and botting her across the ring.
She's small. It is kind of easy to do that if you get the chance, but she doesn't give you many chances.
Absolutely not. Like you said, legit background back in high school wrestling, as well, been all over the country, wrestled over at Beyond Wrestling, and she's coming out here to prove herself a little bit throughout the collective. I think first time out here in the Midwest, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so, but she has world traveled, of course, toured with Stardom in Japan, as well as WXW in Germany.
Trying to shoot the double leg there, instead eating a hatch suplex there from Josh Alexander, but right up to her feet is Leyla.
A little frustrated. And he's just, I've got to wonder.
Oh my God, getting a double leg there. It's Leyla and swinging away on it. I don't think they taught her that in high school. Good God.
He's taking her a little bit too lightly, I think. Trying to push her around the ring. She's not going to allow
Pat
it.
by Lopez Suicida like a missile.
Here, she's not done. Another.
Good God, shoving Alexander to his knees.
Leyla Hirsch sending a message. One more. Why not?
She lacks in stature. She makes up for ferocity, but went to the well one too many times. Oh my God, Josh Alexander standing up on the apron with her.
It's like carrying her with one arm.
World Strong on the apron. Good God.
Back first on the ring frame. And back inside the ring now comes Alexander.
And look at that. Telling the ref to come in and start the count. Wanting to end this early is Josh Alexander. Again, he's had a number of competitions earlier this week, so you have to wonder how banged up is he exactly as well.
Leyla needs to pull it together, get back to her feet here. Crowd encouraging her. not get counted out here.
The BLP faithful already feeling a little bit of kinship with Miss Leyla Hirsch here and such, and there she is able to make it back into the ring after that devastating slam on the apron.
Certainly hope we swept up all of the glass from last night.
Yes, good God, death match after death match, but I don't think either one of these people are afraid of a little bit of glass. Stalling suplex here from the powerhouse, Josh Alexander.
Just letting all the blood rush into Layla's head. And we're finding out that the fans indeed can count.
They're just going to keep going. I feel like he can hold her up here all show, which we're going to run over and we're going to get in trouble with this guy over here.
All right, I got a 4 o'clock bell time.
Look at that, shaking out the leg.
Yeah.
I guess I was incorrect. I was assuming Josh was going to take her seriously. He is not taking her seriously outside of that real strongest slam on the apron there, kind of having fun at Layla's expense.
But you can't give her an opening. She'll take advantage of it.
Of course, and that's what I'm worried about. That Josh thinks that this is just going to be an easy night, and this is going to be an easy one with her inexperience, with the size difference. Layla is going to exploit that 1 second, that one moment he gives her. A little squat on it, just stunting on him, you know, Dave?
No, but like really, I mean, did we not learn from spring break ending at midnight yesterday?
No, good Lord. Thank you for joining us at Black Label Pro. It is 3:59.
Be sure to save with Conrad, everybody. What else can we plug? IWTV for your typical Black Label Pro needs.
There it is.
There we go.
Look at the face on Josh Alexander taking in all that love.
Look at the face of Leyla Hirsch after being hung upside down for a good minute and a half.
You have to wonder, too, when you're up there that long, and maybe he'll just put me down. Maybe I'm not about to eat. Oh, God.
Grabbing a hold of Leyla, pulling her back up.
Go for those shots low into the gut. Forearm strike to the chest.
Trying to mount some offense if she can.
Forms the traditional Joshi style, knocking the wind out of your opponent. But speaking of which, that huge tree trunk-like leg of Josh Alexander in the midsection of Leyla, hefting her up with ease. And again, Josh Alexander, a power lifter, one of the strongest guys I've ever met in wrestling. Spinning into a flying armbar. Leyla, who cares how strong he is when you're on your back?
She's got it. She's got it.
Able to clasp those fingers, though, making sure she can't get that full extension. Spinning all the way through there, too. Trying to go for a version of a gogoplata, omoplata route. Oh, my God. Bigger up. Powerbomb on the knee!
Backbreaker powerbomb combination. It's devastating, whatever you want to call it.
Beautiful. Josh Alexander actually favoring that left arm. I'm unsure if he injured it earlier this week, or maybe that hyperextended she was able to get that was just momentary. That momentary little lapse of a full extension armbar did the damage it needed to for her.
Overhand chop.
Clubbing forearm rattling throughout the entire fairgrounds. Good Lord, I probably shouldn't be laughing at this young lady's pain, but she is hammering back away, though.
She signed on the dotted line. She knew what she was getting in. Signing up for here. She knew that it was going to be intergender competition. She knew what her opponent was, and she's ready to go. Male or female, she will fight.
It doesn't matter here in the middle of that ring. Wrestlers are wrestlers, and Leyla Hirsch has the opportunity to become one of the best. Going for a sunset flip variation, but caught swimming through. What do we got? A backdrop suplex attempt there.
Fighting for the advantage as they exchange waist locks now.
All the way to the buckle is there, sending Leyla off. Charging back in, oh my God, that forearm shot hit flush! Double knees, making him think about it. Pair of boots to the sternum.
Leyla Hirsch getting a burst of adrenaline here, firing away on Josh Alexander after being on the receiving end of punishment for the vast majority of this match so far.
Drawing him up for a gorgeous Saito suplex, that could be it.
Calling for the cover. Ooh, only 2.
He was able to get his head on the back, or his hands on the back of Layla's head and shoved her off, having not to expend as much energy on the kick out. Very intelligent there by Josh Alexander. Leyla, God, another one of those forearm shots straight to the jaw.
Trying to send him across the ring, but has his arm wrapped around that top rope to block. Leyla trying to soften him up.
A few forearm shots for your trouble. You should have let go the first time, she says, Josh. Breaking out! Goddamn Fitchett's elbow strike! Leveling Leyla. I'm surprised Josh didn't go for a cover here. He could have very well got a knockout victory, dragging her up. Oh no, torture rack position. What has he got here?
Airplane spin torture rack.
Going into a powerbomb, holding her, swinging her back down into the backbreaker. Thought she countered that, but it wasn't the case.
Only 2.
Able to kick out just barely.
Leyla hanging in there.
Good Lord, stomping on the left ankle of hers now. I know that Josh has an ankle lock variation. He's been targeting the back all night, but maybe he just will settle for any kind of victory.
God, that knee to the back. They're out on the apron now.
There's this little side of the sick, sadistic side of Josh Alexander you don't really see. Sometimes it's the white mouth guard, but he seems to be smiling sometimes when he's hurting people. He enjoys this. It's because he knows he's good at it. Oh my God, where is he going?
What does he have in mind? Very dangerous position for both wrestlers.
Oh my God, Leyla able to get her footing on the top rope. Oh my God, falling, using the referee for a little bit of leverage there. Intelligent there. Ooh, home strike to the jaw.
Did what she had to do to fight out of that position and get the advantage. Now back up to the second rope.
Oh my God, are we about to see our Olympic-style slam here? She has that right arm with the left arm hooked over her neck.
Alexander trying to fight for the advantage now. Who's going to get the maneuver here?
Oh my God, it was Leyla got it! Fighting up, shining wizard variation. German suplex, chucking him into the middle of the ring.
Cover.
This could be it. Leyla just beat up. Not the walking weapon is not done yet.
Got that shoulder up. But don't count Leyla out. She was very close right there. Needs to keep the fight coming to Alexander here.
You can see it in her face too, the realization of like, damn, that was one of my best shots, but she is not ready to give up. Slapping at Josh Alexander, punking him out.
Talking trash, slapping him in the face. Firing him, trying to get him fired up. Take me seriously.
She's brought him down to her level here, but not anymore.
She's looking up to his level.
Going for a lariat. Good God! Josh Alexander has some of the most devastating chops in wrestling. And Leyla not even going down to a knee, standing and taking it. This young woman is a fighter trying to lariat the bigger wrestler.
Back and forth they go here with these strikes.
Lariat chop, neither one of them going down. Combination here by Leyla.
Flurry.
Shoving her off.
Eating that lariat, sending him inside out.
Crowd behind Hirsch. She's got him down. And now Leyla Hirsch ascending to the top.
Going for a
Gorgeous moonsault. Caught into a tombstone pile driver.
Leyla Hirsch did her best, but that is all.
Josh Alexander pulls out the victory.
The fans are on their feet.
Alexander victorious, but what an outing from Leyla Hirsch. Definitely somebody that I'd like to see back here in Black Label Pro in the future.
And we'll be able to see her later on tonight at Schubert.
Yes.
Wonderful. Going to be tuning into that. She's been a fan of me tonight.
4 o'clock Eastern.
Look at that sign of respect there, too, from Josh Alexander.
Yeah, maybe he took her a little lightly in the early going in the matchup, but she earned his respect through that fight.
The masters of the universe, Gaytanic Panic is in the house tonight.
Oh, this makes me love pro wrestling so much.
The fanfare and the beauty of the team of Effy and Danhausen, proving that if you are yourself, if you're the most authentic you can be, you can achieve anything. As we saw yesterday, Effy's Big Game Brunch.
Hail Satan. A lot of the Black Label Pro fan base that is always in attendance in Crown Point made the trip down here to Indianapolis to see this all live in person. As the Stunts make their way to the ring. Had a bit of a falling out with one another during the clusterfuck last night.
Yes, as we can see right there, the bird being flipped by Logan Stunt to Marko Stunt. Logan Stunt, a damn near indestructible individual. I've seen him be flung all over every arena he's ever been in. And Marko Stunt, high energy, high flying, as he has a dead sprint all around the Marion County Fairgrounds.
Gonna blow himself up before the opening bell.
I'm blown up. Tonight is also the battle of the best tag team names, as Stunt Double cracked me up real bad.
Logan Stunt's wrestling gear, question mark?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Question mark asterisk?
Hillbilly Jim inspired. He's mini Hillbilly Jim.
Oh no. Hillbilly Jimmy. I feel strongly for referee Man Bun tonight, as this match is going to be all levels of shenanigans. Oh.
I wasn't kidding. I'm like, this is what's great about wrestling. You got four guys like this, very unique in their own right, and it's all in one match. It looks like it's going to be Logan Stunt and Effy to start things out for their teams.
Yeah, Effy and Logan Stunt, a little bit of a background together, always shooting little barbs at each other on Twitter and such. And as we know, Effy, the master of mind games, you give him an opening, he will take it. If you don't have an opening, he will create one. Good God, we're creating!
He created an opening in the chest of Logan Stunt with his boot right there.
I told you I could grab.
Beautifully done there too. Effy, I know, exhausted in his own right, having to, after running his own show. Effy's Big Game Brunch not just 12 hours ago, or 24 hours ago. Beautiful representation there. Beautiful show entirely. Some of the best wrestlers out there. But as of right now, we have Logan Stunt rolling all the way through. It's that's right.
Wow. Effy back to his feet though, gaining the advantage.
Effy himself deceptively strong as for a competitor. He's known to hit liar bombs at people much bigger than him. And here we go against Logan Stunt. What is he going for here?
Pops him up.
Pop him up into a double stomp though. Logan Stunt with a beautiful amount. But now they go for the pin, just pounding away at Effy. He's fired up tonight, Dave.
I hope every time he gets the advantage, he just mounts and starts throwing punches every single time.
Just Death Valley Driver, punch, 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 super kick, punch, punch, punch.
And it looks like a little bit hesitant to step through the ropes, get in, is Danhausen and Marko Stunt.
A tag team aficionado of his own, Marko Stunt, 1/3 of Jurassic Express here. Hopping to the top rope here, not a little
trying to get the height advantage.
Tentative here. I don't think there's enough ladders in the world to get Marko the height advantage, but he doesn't need that. He has the heart advantage. Going for the tag.
Wrong partner. Wrong partner. I know that he's not getting along with Logan right now, but not switching partners mid-match.
I know, this is not a line dance. We're not switching partners here, okay? I don't care what kind of hoedown you think we're at, Marko.
All right, Danhausen was a bit confused right now.
Well, once again, I feel for referee Man Bun tonight as we're slowly devolving into chaos here between Marko and Danhausen.
Recco Groman, double knuckle lock here.
Very tight. Oh, Marko Stunt with the advantage today, bringing Danhausen to a lower base of gravity there. In control. Danhausen going straight for a kick to the gut. I am evil, he says. Very nice, very evil is Danhausen.
The devil made me do it.
Waist lock here from Marko.
Shoving Danhausen back in, attempting to go for a second German, not able to get it.
Danhausen not the biggest man in the world,
But by any of the stunt boys, you are the biggest man in the world. But again, they have to make up for it there with wrestling intelligently. Spinning heel kick into a punch to the face. Beautiful combination. Oh God, I'm about to see a choke slam.
looks like it.
Flipping out of it is Marko. Gorgeous drop kick on the button.
And quickly to his corner, tag Effy. Drop toe hold from Marko.
Slapping at the back of Effy's head there. Again, both of these stunt boys all wily. And there it is again. Logan Stunt just going for it. Hammering away at Effy.
Hillbilly Stunt.
Hillbilly Stunt. And let it be known, both of these young men in the stunts have martial arts backgrounds. Got it early on in their lives to learn how to defend themselves and stuff. And they use it here. It's the reason they succeed so well in the middle of these rings.
Because they're so small, they're like, we are going to learn the martial arts.
We're going to learn the martial arts so that when people think we're small, they'll also realize we're willing to kill. Logan Stunt, though, after eating that buckle, still in the opposite corner.
I mean, you can always just worship the devil. It works for Danhausen.
I think Danhausen may just be the devil. Devil-like maneuver here, pelvic thrusting into Logan Stunt's face. Wow, I didn't think I'd have to call that today, Dave.
Those mind games coming out of Effy, trying to get in the head of Logan Stunt here.
Palm strike there from Logan, smacking back at Effy for the disrespect, but getting hammered away here by Effy. Good God! Forearm chop, a variation of a violent party there by Logan.
That's elevated by Effy, trying to continue to throw punches.
Able to tag Danhausen in. Danhausen unaware of a tag team maneuver that was supposed to happen, openly discussing it. Beautiful 3D variation there from Gaytanic Panic. Marko stuck drop kicking Effy out of the ring.
Sorry.
Marko was
sorry, but I have to laugh.
Please do.
Well, Effy and Logan out on the floor, leaving Marko Stunt and Danhausen now stepping out to the edge of the ring.
And we know what happens when Danhausen
is right in this position. Music? Yes! Yes!
And Danhausen perplexed at Marko Stunt taking control of his dance number.
I'm a loner, Dottie, a rebel.
A good way to begin the day of professional wrestling.
Yeah, nothing better than a little shot of tequila to really get things going, huh, Dave? I forgot which tag team was which here. Inadvertently, there we go. Change tag partners.
I'm like, did we switch partners? I know that they were trying to make it happen early in the match, but no, still opponents. Marko Stunt and Danhausen.
Who do you love? Good God, not Marko Stunt at this moment. Kicking that rope into the midsection. Throwing knees into the midsection of Danhausen now is Marko again. That martial arts background there.
Clubbing away, pulling it back up into the corner of the stunt doubles.
Good Lord, vicious chop there from Marko Stunt. Beautifully placed, beautifully executed, but can't feel good.
Let's go out of the corner.
Overhand chop. Here comes Logan.
The stunt doubles working together this time. Again, they had a little bit of trepidation earlier on. Tandem tag team offense, kick to the front, kick to the back. Double drop kicks, one to the front, one to the back, once again.
Logan with the cover, but only two. As it looks like Danhausen looking toward Effy on the other side of the ring. but nowhere near him to make a tag right away.
All right, here we go. Reset, Danhausen.
Logan trying to keep hold of Danhausen, keep him away from getting that fresh wrestler tagged in.
Of course, needs to cut off the other half of the ring, though. He's on the opposite direction. Gut kick, spinning heel kick. Doesn't matter what side of the ring you are, if you catch your opponent like that.
Catches him behind the throat.
Both men caught for choke slams.
Double choke slam from Danhausen.
Sending them straight to hell with it.
And the teeth are going to come into play.
Never in your wildest dreams, Dave Frank, did you think that teeth would be a part of a match.
I could donate my wisdom teeth.
Please,
He would like them.
Pop kick, backhand. Marko able to make his way into the ring now. Tag again. Going over a clothesline. Huge back elbow. Big boot. Oh my God. Marko Stunt is running wild.
Teeth everywhere still as well.
Just dragging Logan Stunt up there for another variation tag team offense. Knees to the back, sending them in. Double roll over to the schoolboy. Double pin. They did it.
Oh, the Stunt doubles score a huge victory here in tag team action. Despite not really being on the same page and arguing quite a bit for the past 24 hours, the Stunts still able to pull out the win, I guess, when you're brothers. Even if you argue every once in a while, you're still on the same page, really.
Speaking of a bad motherfucker, a partaker in the Smash Mouth lifestyle, Big Beef. Sometimes known as Gnarls Garvin, but just call him Big Beef. Big Beef. Influenced by men like Terry Gordy and Stan Hansen, in the middle of the ring, it's not a match with Big Beef. It's a fight for survival.
Just needs a mouthful of chew dripping onto his chest, like Stan Hansen.
But here's a man who, despite his wholesome stature, the way that he acts, his humble lifestyle, Levi Everett is also a bad motherfucker. Levi and Big Beef went to war about 3 months ago. And in that match, Big Beef decided to team up with none other than Mickey Knuckles, forming Beef Knuckles, helping him defeat Levi Everett.
Forming what? What was that? What was that?
You heard me. Beef Knuckles. And after damaging one of Levi Everett's, first his pride and one of his butter turners, now we see that Levi Everett decided to stay strapped.
Yeah, he's got the pitchfork. As the world churns.
Hey man, in the clusterfuck, butter churns you.
Jody Threat makes her way through the curtain.
Indeed, sticking with the gimmick of the match, another bad motherfucker in Jody Threat, one of the most dangerous females on the planet.
Skateboard list today. Ready for our fourth competitor in the scramble.
One of the most batshit insane men to ever grace professional wrestling, Matthew Justice.
And there are a few high places he can jump off of today.
Unfortunately, I'm surprised that he survived this long throughout the collective. I would assume that he would decide to take himself and someone else, one of his opponents, with him earlier in the weekend. But again, making it here to be a part of the Bad Motherfucker Scramble.
Now, he had some hellacious matches already this weekend, but surviving through and still ready to go here for Black Label Pro, Matthew Justice.
Utterly beloved here too in Indianapolis is Thrash Justice, thrashing along with the fans.
Another BMF.
There you go, BMF. I don't have to say the whole word. Thank you.
Don't have to. Profanity not necessary 17 times in one match. He's the man in the box.
Yes, indeed. It is that
Colin Delaney, the innovator of violence. EC dub, EC dub.
EC dub indeed. He found the gear. Look at that. Man, now all I have to do is become friends with Dwayne so I can come out to his music. Come on.
Why doesn't he have the suspenders?
You know?
Needs the suspenders. Competitor number 6 in the scramble.
Joshua Bishop, accompanied by one half of the Rip City Shooters, was Barkley. Joshua Bishop has been in an absolute tear through Black Label Pro, as well as the collective, defeating Matthew Justice earlier this weekend.
And they will redo that in this matchup, but this time with no barbed wire involved. That was the main event of the AIW show this past Friday.
Last time we saw Joshua Bishop in Black Label Pro took WARHORSE to his absolute limit on his 41st title defense. Quite possibly the MVP of the collective. One of the hardest working men throughout of all of 2020. And then when his music hits, the energy in the entire place changes. Everyone on their feet. J-Rose on his feet, losing his mind for the motherfucking truth. AJ Gray.
Perhaps the man with the most bookings this weekend.
He's got all the bookings, he's got all the signings. I heard he tried to get on Shimmer and you just said, nah, dude.
Well, hey, can't be on every show, right?
So BMFers in the middle of this ring. God bless that referee.
Wow. And they're all going
There
at
we
it.
go. We called it. Matthew Justice going straight for Joshua Bishop here. And look at that. Big Beef and Levi Everett redoing their feud as well. Throwing the fist, throwing it heavy too, knocking each other silly. These straight headbutts to the jaw from Levi Everett.
Jody Threat and Joshua Bishop in the corner. Oh no, Levi's got the pitchfork.
Oh dear God.
That could be very dangerous.
Levi, please be careful. Oh my God! Pitchforking him in the gut!
And it's all rusty too.
Good Lord, he's gonna need a tetanus shot. I've got stabbing at the foot there of Big Beef.
Continuing to stab away.
Good Lord, this is the side of Levi Everett I've not seen before. I've often referred to him as the Amish Wolverine sometimes. Oh my God, raking at the back! Oh, God damn. You gotta say waka waka after jokes like that. I'm just kidding, because right now there's no joking matter. Oh my God, he
Oh, don't ruin the canvas.
Levi Everett is out for blood here. I understand that he's still frustrated after what happened between him and Beef. Flinging it so wildly, he lost it. These Vader-style hammers from Big Beef just rocking Levi Everett.
Look at the back of Big Beef. It is just scratched all the hell from that. Look at that. Look at that back.
Beautiful drop kick there from Big Beef, not letting his scars hold him back at this moment.
Jody Threat jumping in. I don't think he realizes she's right behind him. Firing away with forearm shots now. Jody Threat.
Rocking him around, trying to push him away. Low gut kick there. Is she able to get that massive beef on the shoulders?
The closed Canadian border didn't stop Jody Threat from getting into the country to be here this weekend.
Swimming through to a sunset flip. Ducking the line. Straight right there from Big Beef, staggering him. This man has been going for a back fist, eating another straight right. This man has been in all number of bar fights and wars, and she is absolutely rocking this man with her right hand.
Boot to the side of the head. Momentum now from Jody Threat.
Double knees to the back there, rattling the brain of Big Beef, who eats a German suplex for his trouble.
Here comes Delaney.
Here comes the man in the box himself. Going after Jody and launching her out of the ring.
It's like AJ Gray is going to take this opportunity to step into the fray.
Drop down there. Beautiful leapfrog there. Rebound on the opposite ropes. Going low and clipping that knee. Level of intelligence from the hard-hitting AJ Gray.
All the way across the ring, charging in.
Fired up with that backsplash, back elbow combination. Flinging her into the middle ropes. Going for that vicious lariat. Eating a calf kick by Colin Delaney, who is stupid athletic for no other reason than how hard he works.
Right back to his feet.
Oh, wow, we're taking the shirts off now. All right, it is a BMF time.
It's time to fight.
Oh, God, you do not want to get into a chop fight with AJ Gray. Oh, they're even wondering, like... There you go. A little bit better. Oh, God, these gentlemen going to town on each other's chests.
Exchanging forearm shots now.
AJ Gray, exceptionally heavy-handed. Any moves he throws at you with those large, just thick tree trunk-like arms are devastating. His lariat finisher has taken off the heads of so many competitors over the weekend.
Trying to get the suplex and over the top rope and all the way to the floor they go.
Tumbling out of our view on the opposite side of the ring. And here is the feud renewed right here. Joshua Bishop and Matthew Justice, who had an absolute war over the weekend.
No weapons involved this time except for their fists.
And whatever Wes Barkley is, as he's sitting out there on the outside. Thunderous chop there by Joshua Bishop. An enormous young man, again, early 20s. All the momentum, everything in the business that you could ever want to have, you have in Josh Bishop. The size, the strength, and the youth. He's willing to learn, but again, that cocky attitude he has due to working with Wes Barkley may be his downfall.
Clothesline over the top to the floor for both men. Big Beef getting inside the ring. See if anyone follows.
Shouting out his
to battle here.
second gear crew. Again, we have two members of the second gear crew actually here with AJ Gray and Matthew Justice. Oh God, Big Beef has been known to fly. Going for a suicide dive and eating nothing but concrete.
Oh man, that's why you call it a high-risk maneuver. You put your own body at risk.
But this time, Wes Barkley paying off in dividends as a partner of Joshua Bishop, who just ate a chop there. Colin Delaney finding the energy needs, but here we go. The Amish Wolverine launching himself for a suicide dive, landing on his feet.
Wiping out everybody.
Indiana's own Levi Everett is fired up.
What does Jody Threat have in mind? She's climbing to the top rope.
Good Lord, all the way to the top rope is she. All the other competitors down there. Front flip dive by Jody.
They all tumble down like bowling pins.
Jody thinking her lucky stars. Everything turned out just all right for her, taking a little bit of a breather as everyone is sprawled out here on the cold concrete here in the Marion County Fairgrounds.
Gotta toss somebody inside the ring, go for a cover. She's unable to do so as Bishop rolling underneath the bottom rope to get back inside.
What was that?
Oh no, we have a table.
Whistling for the table. Is that how that works? Is that the item you found under the ring? Was it a whistle? You blow it, someone brings you a table? What is this, SmackDown versus Raw? Come on, man.
Setting up the table.
And we mentioned earlier.
No door, an actual table.
An actual table. Good Lord, we really broke the budget this time around. We're really breaking the bank here.
Not only do we have the 4 little holes from the pitchfork in the new canvas, now we got table legs there as well. Dangerous.
Dangerous indeed. Speaking of dangerous, chair thrown to the back of Joshua Bishop, thrown in the face of Wes Barkley.
It's your Sabu-inspired offense.
Good Lord. Everybody's going to wear an ECW shirt now.
Boots to the midsection. We have that table set up. Oh no.
Remember we mentioned earlier today, no weapons involved between this vicious feud. Jackknife style powerbomb to the table by Josh Bishop. This could be it if he's able to get that pin.
Going for the cover.
Levi Everett though up at the top row. Diving elbow headbutt combination.
Breaks up the pin attempt.
Do whatever it takes.
AJ back in as
I was
well.
actually incorrect. There are 3 members of the second gear crew here as Levi Everett now an official member. Gorgeous pile driver there by Big Beef to AJ Gray.
Jody Threat stepping back in. Big leaping clothesline.
Spiraling Beef there. Able to get him up on her shoulders now. The strength from Jody. Beautiful F5.
Unbelievable. Delaney up to second.
Stepping off the middle top rope area into a cutter. Huge leaping knee strike, maybe going for that running, diving headbutt.
Levi standing tall.
Levi signifying that it is now Colin Delaney's turn for the butter turner. A devastating maneuver that he innovated himself. Paying homage to his Amish lifestyle, but let the fun not hold back the fact that this maneuver can dislocate your shoulder. Oh dear God, is that AJ Gray with that lariat? That is all, everybody at home.
And that's it.
Thanks for watching.
Turn, bad motherfucker, turn. He got turned right out of his boots with that lariat.
Intelligent wrestling there by AJ Gray tonight, biding his time to deal a devastating lariat to an already focused on Colin Delaney, Levi Everett. Internationally known, ever appreciated is Killer Kelly. Originally scheduled to face Kylie Ray tonight. Kylie, unfortunately, not able to be here. Rest up, Kylie. Hope to see you soon.
But we've got a replacement for you.
There is no shortage of talents in professional wrestling. We're very fortunate to have that. And tonight is a huge opportunity for one of Indiana's own.
And someone who's really been building her reputation right here in Black Label Pro the past couple of months.
I guess I'd rather say Midwest, and she likes to claim Louisville, but who wants to claim Louisville?
Exactly. Getting that valuable ring experience early in her career and life. Learning every step of the way, and tonight, win, lose, or draw, Billie Starkz against Killer Kelly.
We've got Killer Billie tonight, ready to take on all comers. This is one of Black Label Pro's kids here. Well appreciated all throughout her young career. Again, 2 years in the business, and has faced people like Solo Darling, Gianna Perazzo, and now Killer Kelly. The ever-energetic, now Killer Billie.
Hand the microphone back to J. Rose.
Her body moves faster than her brain, and you wouldn't believe this young lady is a straight A student, 4.1 GPA, a literal genius.
Look at the expression on the face of Killer Kelly.
Oh my God, starting out early with just a palm strike to the face.
She's like, I've seen enough.
Really able to get through that. Billie's trained with and by some of the best wrestlers on the planet. Just recently attending a seminar with ACH, going for a lariat early and catching Killer Kelly in the head.
Shot to the midsection though from Kelly.
Rolling through into a beautiful pinning variation. Again, Billie wrestles well beyond her years. Again, only 15 years of age, 2 years into the business. Doing her best though to learn. Sunset flip. Look at the pitfall there. Only a one though, throwing that kick, which Killer Kelly was able to duck.
Yeah, doing those seminars is key to really developing as a professional wrestler. And Billie Starkz is one of those young competitors who's taken every opportunity to learn from all of the veteran talents that have come through to do seminars at BLP events as well as outside of Black Label Pro, just trying to learn and add different things to her repertoire.
Yes, Killer Kelly though, a veteran of the sport, mixed martial arts, trained as well, traveled all over the country, been seen on some of the best program in wrestling and such. She came here to wrestle Kylie Ray, another well-known internationally traveled star in women's wrestling, in professional wrestling, I'm sorry, period. But now she has to face the younger, less experienced Billie Starkz, who again, with her childlike antics, sometimes make you think she's not taking this as seriously as she should.
And Killer Kelly is just trying to destroy Billie here.
Horrifying cross faces after peeling out the hair of young Billie Starkz. Again, Billie Starkz recently had a match against the Black Label Pro champion, Jake something. She absolutely brought it to that behemoth of a man, though she didn't quite get the victory. She learned much from that match. I've seen that level of viciousness that she can have now.
Well, she's going to need it. She hopes to pull out a win here against Killer Kelly.
Trying to force her shoulders down to the mat, trying to put her away early there. Not a traditional pinfall, more of a stay down, kid. I'm trying to teach you something. But again, Billie able to get her shoulders up.
Killer Kelly is all business here. Looking for maybe a suplex as her hook, trying to elevate Billie Starkz, but doing her best to stay low and block the attempt.
Billie Starkz, a deceptively tall and base-heavy individual, about 5'6", almost 7 actually, tall for the young lady. With more experience learning to use that size to her advantage, again, able to stop that suplex.
Near fall right there, but Billie able to get her shoulder up. Crowd encouraging Billie Starkz to hang in there, mount some offense.
You can see the look of
surprise,
annoyance or surprise.
And annoyance.
Yeah.
A little bit of both.
Killer Kelly's face, just wondering like how these people love this kid. Why? And if Killer Kelly doesn't take Billie Starkz seriously, she's going to find out why. When Billie sneaks this victory out, she has so many maneuvers in her arsenal that people don't expect to come from such a young talent.
They're slapping her across the face.
This is exactly what I'm talking about here. Not taking Billie seriously. She has a very striking game there. She's a spinning heel kick she can hit out of nowhere. But there, intelligent wrestling there by Kelly. That trip into that face kick.
Very determined competitor here. Trying to talk that trash with the mouth guard in.
Trash talking has started. Billie taking a little second just to get a breather on the outside. Just Kelly going in and kicking at that right arm of Billie Starkz.
One more.
Asking for one more, she says to the crowd. They'd be wasting more time, giving Billie a chance to catch it, trying to shake her up. Ooh. And eating nothing but apron for her troubles.
I think she's wearing that mouth guard.
Yeah, she hit the hardest part of the ring. Starkz there, making her way up onto the apron. Not sure what she's going for here, but trying to get a little feeling back into that right arm.
Trying to bring her back inside, but maybe she's going to do a little bit more damage out on the edge of the ring first.
Again, her strike game is unmatched. Their precision point, but Killer Kelly, again, trained in mixed martial arts, knowing exactly how to hit an opponent to knock them loopy with just less amounts of strikes.
Billie back inside the ring.
Oh, huge overhead palm strike from Billie.
That was brutal.
And Killer Kelly is pissed.
Yeah, look at on the expression on the face of Billie Starkz, a little terrified.
Eating these palm strikes of Killer Kelly's own, knocking the younger competitor, the newer competitor to the ground.
That just fired her up.
Another straight forearm strike, sending Billie all the way down to her knees with just one strike. Billie returning the favor, forearm, backhand, palm strike, showtime variation, but eating an elbow to the back. Billie Starkz is fired up, saying no, going for that lariat.
Traps both arms, does Killer Kelly. Does she have an, headbutt.
Vicious headbutt there. Double R suplex near the corner.
Billie down in the corner, and now all the way across the ring comes Killer Kelly. Nobody home.
Going for like a version of a drop kick, it seemed, but Billie able to move out of the way just in time. Good God, that rolling forearm there from Billie Starkz, body Killer Kelly. What does she got to do, Dave? What does Billie Starkz have to do, do you think, to put away Killer Kelly?
She needs to follow up. She hit that maneuver, but couldn't go for immediate cover. Needs to hit something big here as she's got Kelly stunned.
And I imagine, though, this is the most rocked that Billie has been in a long time. Oh, good God, holding onto that wrist.
Took too much time. That's the inexperience of Billie Starkz coming into play right there. She needed to stay right on her.
You said it, and Killer Kelly is making Billie pay for that. A flurry of clothesline strikes, maintaining wrist control, so she's able to get that double foot drop kick into the buckle.
Like the old B-boy facelift.
Yes. Shout out to Benny, hope you're doing okay. Killer Kelly now just stalking Billie Starkz, taking her time still. I would expect a little bit more anxiousness out of her, working with a little bit
crucifix.
Yeah, right there. And see, I was hoping she'd work a little bit more, like working harder to put her away as quick as possible. Good God, DBD into the ropes.
For the cover, needs to pull her away from the ropes, it looked like.
Able to reach the ropes.
Yeah, if she would have rolled Billie Starkz just a couple of feet toward the center of the ring before going for the cover, she could have had the win, but good ring presence right there from Billie Starkz to grab that bottom rope. She knew where she was at.
Of course, very intelligent there. Threatening the ref is Killer Kelly. Again, not a good time to waste time, especially with young Billie Starkz, who has been shown to pull out these victories out of nowhere with whatever she can have. She has devastating wrestling maneuvers. She has a swanton bomb that I watched her train and use that almost put Jake something away, breaking the wrist from the ropes into that gorgeous bridging-driven suplex.
Only two.
And look at the fans still in full support of Billie Starkz, who has taken all this offense, is not giving up. But I think it's finally pissed off Killer Kelly enough to try to put her away with these strikes.
Killer Kelly was watching Logan Stunt earlier. Now firing away.
Like, yeah, who needs a cover when your opponent's unconscious? Still going after the ref. And this is a waste of time.
She's got to focus on her opponent. You can't give Billie Starkz an opening.
The referee has been doing his job to its fullest, protecting the supposed to protect both competitors in the ring. Open hand strikes are okay, but when those fists started getting closed, that's when it's more dangerous. We're in Concussion City there.
More trash talk. And now Billie Starkz, a couple of forearm shots.
There is a beautiful head kick on the button there, staggering Killer Kelly. And Billie Starkz has a German suplex of her own with a picture-perfect bridge out of it.
Trying to go for it, perhaps, but Killer Kelly able to escape.
May have had that scouted. Huge back elbow there.
Kicking away on Kelly. Catches the legs of Billie Starkz. No.
Going for an Enzuigiri, a boot combination off the top of that, rebounding off of it. Glancing blow there, going for that German again, but not able to get it. Not opting for the O'Connor roll, decided to bridge out of it instead.
Snap German suplex, but getting that bridge, she had it all.
Not on her tippy toes there. She had a little bit more pressure on that German suplex, and Billie would have had it.
Very close, but only 2.
Look at the wild look on Billie's face there for a moment. Again, she's in pain. I know she's hurt, but she loves this. She loves professional wrestling. She's so young in her career. There's something that so many of us lose, and it's that childlike wonder in wrestling. That's what pushes her forward. That's what makes her a winner.
Needs to follow up here. Trying to hook her, maybe suplex.
A suplex, a fisherman hook variation. Maybe going for a buster or a,
Oh my God, does it matter? Oh my God, she's got that dragon sleeper in deep. Rolling through, she's got the pin. Billie's got the pin in deep.
that wasn't it. Killer Kelly able to get out of it. Spinning heel kick to the side there. Spinning back elbow to knock her down.
That could have been it right there.
That could have been. I've never seen that combination from her before. Went low then high, but wasn't enough.
Keeping hold of Killer Kelly.
Dragging her up, going for that fisherman variation again. Into the buckle. Oh my God!
Pulling her away from the ropes. To go for the cover here.
Devastating maneuver. Ref's able to see both of their shoulders, but huge kick out by Killer Kelly. Not enough to put her away.
Billie Starkz thinking about what she's going to do next. Try to pull out the win here.
Once again, I mentioned before, she has that beautiful senton bomb from the top. Seen her practice it time and time again. Almost put away Jake Something with it after putting Jake Something through a door. Will she be able to pull out the victory here against Killer Kelly? The fans calling for it.
Nobody home.
Dead center on that beautiful BLP canvas, but again, oh God, after knocking all the wind out of herself, now deep into that dragon sleeper, and she's got the leg grapevine. No shame in tapping out there, Billie.
She had no choice but to tap.
And look at the crazed look on Killer Kelly's face.
An excellent back and forth contest between both women, but it's Killer Kelly, the veteran of competition, getting her hand raised. Level 1:26 p.m. rolls on.
And here we have two members of Team Filthy, Tom Lawlor, Erick Stevens, two of the baddest dudes to do it at this time in the game. Had the, I guess, pleasure of facing Erick Stevens at the Heavy Hitters Tournament Paradigm Pro, maybe with a version of a bicep slicer. Let me just tell you, opening car doors was hard for a while. And Tom Lawlor, you already know that background.
Yeah.
What else is there to say?
Little Steiner Brothers pose going on.
It's a great tag team paying homage to another great tag team. Probably equally as crazy as the Steiners.
It's hard to get crazier than Rick Steiner.
Yes, Tom Lawlor himself was originally scheduled last week to face Levi Everett. Came out to Amish Paradise to get into the head of Levi Everett. I wish I was making this up. And here we have one of the best up-and-coming tag teams in Top Flight, Airwolf and Angel Dorado.
Without a doubt. Been tearing it up throughout the Midwest, Minnesota as well for First Wrestling.
Doing everything they can to improve on the brand, their in-ring styles, and bring this level of pride they have in their identities. Still bringing the masks out for their entrances and stuff, but before their match starts, taking it out in solidarity. Two men who proudly represented at For the Culture earlier this weekend and had an absolute banger of a six-way tag. Three-way tag, rather. There's 6 people.
I love the masks, but they can function like ring jackets, cool entrance gear. And when it's time for battling inside the ring, who needs it?
Tom Lawlor, despite being one of the most dangerous men in Black Label Pro and in independent wrestling, always fun-loving, always trying to bring the fans into his world, powered by them.
We have the opening bell.
And here we have Erick Stevens and Airwolf starting it out here. Airwolf, again, deceptive in how he wrestles. Good God, Tom Lawlor pulling out the hair early here of Airwolf, which draws the eye of Angel Dorado, giving Team Filthy a time to do something filthy to young Airwolf.
The referee's back turned and a little bit of posing. They're influenced by a lot of tag teams with their posing today.
Absolutely. Studying from the greats as this tag team is still fresh in its career as well. Devastating chop there by Erick Stevens, a jiu-jitsu background, judo background, coming back to us after a long absence in professional wrestling. Absolutely killing it there. Gorgeous overhand strike there by Airwolf. Again, his youth belies his talent in the middle of that ring. High flyer, powerhouse, and technical wrestler all meshed into one beautiful competitor in Airwolf. Met him back in about 2016 at a prestigious tournament. Absolutely did amazing, and in those three years has become an entirely different competitor in a good way.
Yeah, absolutely. And much like we were saying about Billie Starkz earlier, learning very early in his career, started as a young teenager. Beautiful. And has developed into a great professional wrestler, main eventing some events throughout the country, despite being so young.
And standing against the man with some of the most experience in Black Label Pro, our former ROH star and such, is Erick Stevens. Been around, seen it all. Wanted to come back and make the business better than when he found it. Beautiful combination there. Dual arm drags by the 19-year-old Angel Dorado with a beautiful drop kick.
And Airwolf with one of his own for Tom Lawlor. Double drop kick. We're watching the Rock and Roll Express tapes.
And making it look easy the whole time. And Tom Lawlor and Erick Stevens going for a bit of a walk.
Trying to regroup a little bit, maybe think about their strategy. Hopefully not grabbing any of those chairs, but he does have the broom.
He said no chairs. He heard you.
Are there some teeth still on canvas that need to be swept?
Yuck.
There's some glass we need to push underneath the ring from last night.
The referee needs to get the two new competitors into the ring. I believe it's Angel Dorado and, yep, Erick Stevens. I was correct, who has decided to sub out, tag out there with Tom Lawlor.
Filthy Tom and Dorado.
And Tom usually starts out having a good time and enjoys himself. When he gets fired up, though, he enters a whole different zone. He reverts back to how dangerous he is supposed to be instead of bringing the fans into it. But right now, Angel Dorado using his quickness and his skill set to outpace Tom Lawlor. Beautiful suplex there.
Dorado now bringing himself in.
Good God, like a cannonball. Driving all the wind out of the chest. And Tom Lawlor looking around, looking at the referee, wondering like, hey man, where am I?
Yeah,
Where's all of Tom Lawlor's sponsorship on his gear?
I'm sure it's under the. He usually has 2 pairs of Daisy Dukes, 1 pair of Daisy Dukes, and a vacuum sealed pair of Daisy Dukes. As we like to, as Miss Sarah Shockey likes to refer to it as. What is going on here?
It looked like it was about to be doomsday, but thankfully not. And almost colliding with the referee. German suplex.
Good God, devastating. Dead center in the middle of that ring. Erick Stevens and Tom Lawlor working very well as a tag team, though technically not the most legal mindset, able to get the advantage here.
Forearm from Tom Lawlor. He's got on El Dorado up against the ropes and tosses him down all the way across the ring. He almost fell out the other side.
And you were just talking about the influence from the Steiner brothers, that belly-to-belly suplex launching Angel Dorado.
I think earlier I made reference to maybe Scott Steiner isn't crazy and it's only Rick. No, both completely nuts.
And again, which would explain what these two are doing. Headbutt to the top of the dome there from Erick Stevens. Usually don't see such visceral tactics there. He likes to work methodically, intelligently, but also a lover of that King's Road style.
Oh my God, that overhand chop from Angel Dorado.
Not having much of an effect on Stevens, though. Just kind of shrugged it off.
As I was speaking about it, Stevens loves the All Japan style. He loves the idea of fighting spirit, but again, he also loves to win.
Going for the cover. Not hooking the leg, though.
Tom Lawlor always something to say on the apron, always looking for the love of the fans or the ire of the fans. Doesn't matter which one he can get. Jawbreaker there to Erick Stevens from Dorado.
Trying to make the tag, reaching it for Airwolf in the corner, but driven into the opposite corner, cutting the ring in half for Tom Lawlor and Erick Stevens.
Devastating shoulder shots there to that diaphragm. Oh my God, really laying it in, picking up Angel Dorado, the smallest competitor in this matchup, I believe.
I believe so. Hell, it might be Erick Stevens at this point.
That's what I was thinking.
He's got so much weight.
Just so shredded and so jacked again. A cardio machine.
Cover here from Lawlor.
Lawlor hooking that rope too. Using a little more leverage.
A little bit out of the line of sight of the referee.
I'd just like to point out once again that Tom Lawlor, once he left the world of mixed martial arts, took to a fish to water, took to professional wrestling. Did it so well. You would never think he wasn't doing this his whole life.
And he can be very dangerous with his wrestling, with his fighting skills, but he also likes to have fun when the time is right.
Of course, and he's been a wonderful influence on some of the other wrestlers here, including Dominic Garrini and Kevin Koo, Violence is Forever, who are also members of Team Filthy, who will be competing for the Black Label Pro Tag Team titles later tonight against the Besties.
And again, preventing a tag from being made as Dorado was reaching for Airwolf right there.
Spinning heel kick there from Dorado, forcing Stevens to hit his partner, kicking him down. Dorado going for stepping over into the tag.
What a way to make the tag, and now Airwolf to the top rope.
Beautiful diving cross body. Look at him finding the camera.
Oh, big forearm shot right to the face of Stevens.
No wasted movement or effort here from Airwolf too. Double clothesline attempt, nope. Swims behind, goes for an NZ, eats the NZ. What is Tom Lawlor going for here? Maybe a variation of a choke.
And like a body scissors cinched in, but
able to
shoulders down.
Beautiful crucifix pin there from Airwolf. Sending to the rope, snap German!
Tom Lawlor's out on his knees.
Tom Lawlor indeed, not exactly knowing the ref having to check on him at this time. Speaking of getting checked on, I don't see Angel Dorado either. He took a lot of damage earlier in this match, but that double-footed drop kick on the button of Tom Lawlor.
Not enough to put him away. Gets that shoulder up, and Dorado is back up, trying to get back on the apron here.
Just barely, too. Not a strong kick out there from Tom, just forcing his shoulder off the mat. That drop kick was perfect. It nailed Tom, but Tom Lawlor knows how to take a hit. Angel Dorado tagging himself in there. Rolling Tom Lawlor through.
Teamwork here.
A powerbomb combination. Where is Airwolf going? Lopez to a seat on Erick Stevens. This could be it.
Only two. Tom Lawlor able to kick out inside the ring. Stevens trying to pull it together out on the floor.
Once again, this young tag team, so intelligent in how they work together, making sure that the other opponent is always out. Oh my God! The referee didn't see it. A low blow into a schoolboy. And
actually didn't work.
There was the low blow, but he was also focused on Airwolf, who got sent to the ring post on the floor just before the low blow happened inside the ring.
Referee took his attention away from the action for 1 second, gave Tom Lawlor the opportunity to do something absolutely filthy. What kind of tandem tag team offense are they going to have here together? There's not too much they do.
Knee strike. Holding both wrists. And now, what do they have in mind?
Launching him into a powerbomb. Gorgeous.
They're not done.
Into a chokehold.
Here comes Airwolf as well.
And another chokehold of his own there. Dorado could be out here. He's flailing wildly, trying to get out of there. Oh my God,
Airwolf front flip sets on to break it up.
That's one way to save your partner.
Save your partner, do damage to both your opponents. Yes, please.
All four men feeling the effects of this brutal tag team encounter. Trying to pull it together and continue to fight here at Threat Level Noon.
Once again, remember that Tom Lawlor and Angel Dorado, the legal competitors in this matchup. Erick Stevens dumping Airwolf to the outside.
Looking for the legal tag here. Erick Stevens now the legal man. And some more double team work here. Is it Doomsday for Angel Dorado?
Oh my God, they have been watching all of the tag team wrestling on the planet. Now a little bit of the roar,
A Spanish fly out of it.
And I don't think the Tom Lawlor
hasn't noticed. Oh my God, but
who's picked that up?
That was a big train wreck right there.
I'm not sure whose fault that was for the breakup. It very well could have been Airwolf's fault, ruining the win for himself after attempting to protect his brother from Tom Lawlor. The chance of top flight ringing out here again. Earlier this week, absolutely showed out at For the Culture. And they've been doing so all throughout the week.
It's a great platform all weekend for wrestlers to really break out, get some eyeballs on their matches, get those bookings, get that ring experience as well.
Good God, these forearm and elbow strikes here from Airwolf, absolutely going in on Tom Lawlor. Double chops together. Go top flight. Both gentlemen taking a moment to catch their composure. Beautiful. Usually there's a spinning dropkick, but again, the sweat off the back of Angel Dorado making Airwolf slip. But again, Airwolf so light on his feet, so sure of himself, able to still get that dropkick in. Devastating chops here by Erick Stevens, the all-Japan-loving hard hitter from Sarasota, Florida.
Just brutalizing both men with chops, sending them together.
Flicking one into the other there after that waist lock.
Elbow for Dorado, one for Airwolf, corner to corner. Goes Erick Stevens, choo-choo.
An absolute cardio machine, but oh my God, there it is, Airwolf. Spinning heel kick from Dorado, bomb strike, super kick, knocking the mouth guard out of there, Stevens.
So quickly turning the tables on him.
Oh my God, stuffing his head on the top buckle. What could be happening here?
Flinging Angel Dorado does Airwolf. Double pin here, that could be it. Tom Lawlor
not able to make it in time. What an incredible tag team match we just saw, Mr. Frazak.
Two fantastic teams, but top flight at the top of their game.
Flight topples Filthy tonight.
Is forever. Cooper Dragon.
Cooper Dragon indeed. Finally, Violence is Forever will be getting the tag title shot that they have been requesting throughout their entire careers by being the tag team in Black Label Pro. Two members of Team Filthy, who we just saw earlier today, the other two members in a losing competition.
Is this legal? Are they gonna get sued?
Just let it happen.
Are they gonna have to cease and desist at some point? Besties in the world, the Black Label Pro Tag Team Champions.
Indeed, the Besties. Came in earlier this year, competed against Kylie Ray and Isaiah Velasquez in tag team competition, the #1 contendership. Absolutely amazing match between the two, the four competitors. Defeated Danhausen and Ethan Page for the tag titles. And Dave, this song's for you. They were looking at you for a minute.
Yeah. J-Rose getting into it.
As always. Besties in the world by name and by action as well. One of the best tag teams going today. Traveled all over the country. Wrestled some of the best tag teams on all the planets. But let that also be said about Violence is Forever, who had an absolute banger of a match between Violence is Forever and JD Drake and Anthony Henry, earning their respect after that matchup. The differences between these two teams are very apparent, but there's also these crazy similarities, as Matt Fitchett and Dominic Garrini are actually the more relaxed of the two, the more methodical of the two wrestlers, while Kevin Koo and Davey Vega are the wild cards, have these tempers about them, and I'm wondering what's going to happen when those two volatile attitudes come together in the middle of this ring.
Fitchett able to take Garrini off his feet, trying to tie up that leg, but Garrini quickly gaining the advantage down on the mat.
Again, Dominic Garrini, purple belt in catch wrestling, knowing a number of styles as well. Also took to wrestling very well early on in his career. Very new as well, about 4 or 5 years, I believe, in the business here.
Bit of a reminder from our friends at Fight TV, if you missed any of the collective, it's okay, because your fault right there. You can catch up with unlimited replays as part of the collective bundle on Fight. So even though we're in day 3 of the weekend, you can still watch everything on demand later.
Had a rear chin lock as well as an armbar variation there, but there we see Matt Fitchett, the Dirty Rook, variation of a heel hook there, has it in deep as well. What is Dom gonna have to do to get out of this one? Rolling to alleviate some of the pressure. His powerful hips of Dom, he has these devastating suplex maneuvers he has, but also a very intelligent, there he has him into a chokehold already.
Gonna have a quick ending to this matchup.
Zooming all the way through, some variation maybe of a twister or a chin lock and such. Can't really see it from my vantage point at this time, but he's got those legs hooked as well, making sure that Matt Fitchett is going to have to work extra hard to break this hold.
Fitchett doing his best to free himself, turn the tables on Garrini, and he does.
Into the side headlock variation, has it in there tight. Hooking the forearm as well, but look at that, Dom out of it very quickly, snatching that front chancery.
Both men back in a standing position now.
And let it be known that by looking at Matt Fitchett again, you don't necessarily assume that he would be the technical wrestler of this group, but he is one of the high flyers, one of the best high flyers in the world. But right now we're showing their tandem tag team offense are the Besties.
Baby Vega now going for the cover here.
Straight stomp to the chest there from Davey Vega. As I was kind coming up into the business, young 19-year-old boy, I watched Davey Vega wrestling on some of these top-tier independents, doing everything in his power to finally get noticed, damn near killing himself on some occasions. I watched him take a top rope hurricanrana to the floor, nailing his head on the apron. But this man's still here, still in it, still doing everything he can to prove he is valid and he is powerful as one half of the Besties.
Chop across the chest. Did you tell him that I used to watch you on TV when I was a kid?
No, he would see me in the back and he'd be like, hey Percy, and I'd be like, hey Davey, you're really cool, man, I like you. And he talks to me all the time. Look at me, I'm so
Fitchett, the legal man once again.
Cravat, flipping him down to the snapmare there into a variation of almost a rear naked chin lock, but able to turn it over to just a regular chin lock. Making sure that forearm isn't under the throat though, otherwise it would be a choke. Trapping that left arm rather into a version of the half Japanese stranglehold.
Raining down with those elbows for good measure. Garrini trying to fight out of this position. He's back on his feet. Shot to the midsection.
Devastating chop there. Dom himself also extremely heavy-handed and heavy-legged. Some devastating kicks and chops he is able to throw despite his wrestling acumen. Wrestling acumen means nothing when you're getting chopped in forearm like that. Look at that.
Bit of a message from Ku on the apron.
A level of athleticism you don't see at a Dom too often, swimming through. Breaking away, striking combination here from Ku. Also a mixed martial art background of his own there. Double-footed dropkick, launching Fitchett into the corner. Bicycle knee strike to the gut.
Working over both of them.
Maybe going for that moonsault, but no. Typically has a moonsault reversal out of that. But Fitchett able to catch the leg, making sure that Ku couldn't get that turn.
Vega taking full advantage. Inside the ring. Ku trying to chop his way out of this.
And again, here are those two volatile personalities coming into play together. EDT, even toe, if you will.
Hey, you're just a little boy.
Full extension on that half crab variation there, turning it over. And Ku and I, a couple of years ago, a bit of a team by necessity, had some issues going forward with young Danny Adams, who has become Dan the Dad in recent times, discovering his father-like potential. Called me in to tag against Danny Adams and the Warlord. We had a victory. I can't make this up.
Put him up.
Tagged together, able to get the victory from that. Decided we'd stick around together for a little bit. Tempers flared up between the two of us. He decided to kind of kick me to the curb, but then he discovered Dominic Garrini, and I thought that maybe I had done something wrong, but it was Dominic Garrini that was doing everything right. They're perfect tag team partners for each other, much like Fitchett and Vega are, as you see them working together here on the leg of Kevin Ku.
Absolutely, that's why they're the Black Label Pro Tag Team Champions. Would not surprise me one bit to see either of these teams walk away with the belts at the end of Threat Level.
There is a dangerous, oh my God, Dom going in, getting some of Matt Fitchett there. The fans loving it.
Trying to do whatever he can. Give Ku an opening to try to get across the ring and make a tag.
Still going after that left leg of Ku. Ku has a number of injuries throughout wrestling. One of the major ones, a broken neck he suffered years ago. Still healing up from it, still very much not letting it bother him, not changing his lifestyle. Still doing whatever he can to be a professional wrestler and loving stuff like that. Don't hit Ku. Ku enjoys this. He enjoys the fight in professional wrestling. Able to trap that right arm there and prevent Ku from reaching his partner Dominic Garrini on the other side.
You know, Fitchett, for as known as he is for being a high flyer and using fast-paced offense, he's really showing what he can do in the submission game down on the mat.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we showed that earlier today. We saw it with Dominic Garrini, and now here he is tying up Ku in knots, going after that right leg this time instead of the left leg. Maintaining control of it as well. Davey Vega always has something to say, always something snarky to spit at his opponent, and do devastating things like that, like kick straight to the leg as his opponent holds it.
Just kicking away on the leg of Ku and snapping it down to the canvas.
Vega, this is the pace he likes to work. He likes to hurt people. He likes to get into their head. And when they make that mistake, he will meet you with a variation of maneuvers and strikes that you wouldn't expect from the usually cool-headed competitor. But when that temper flares up, he's willing to hurt people. And right there, feigning for an attack, going for the leg kick, and dragging, screwing Kevin Ku's leg into the middle of that mat.
And just clenching his knee after that maneuver. Could be one submission hold, leg-based submission hold away from retaining the tag team championship here.
And once again, the mouth of Davey Vega just talking as much trash as he can to Kevin Ku while he hurts him. Throwing Ku off his game plan, but again, Ku and Dom, two gentlemen that love to get fired up, and usually that's near the end of the matchup. If they get fired up early on, I'm wondering if that is how the Besties are going to be able to pull this victory out, make them expend all their energy on early so that they can exploit it.
Okay. Trying to go through the legs to make the tag. Garrini with his arm outstretched.
Back elbow there to Fitchett. Low kick there by Kevin Ku, who's on one leg. Headbutt. Palm strike, inner leg kick with the bad leg and a head kick.
Can he make the tag here? Garrini wants in badly. And these fans encouraging Ku to call across the ring. Both teams need to make a tag.
Both of these men, in Violence and Forever, realize that this is destiny calling. This is their opportunity to be a part of the collective and finally win the Black Little Pro tag team titles in front of these many people. The Black Little Pro faithful, like that's destiny shit right there. Good Lord, we have some open palm strikes here. Like I said, those volatile personalities are here, and they're swinging away on each other. Who is the badder motherfucker here tonight? Ku able to get that one good one rolling over. Davey able to make the tag to Fitchett, and we have Dominic Garrini in.
Garrini with the elbow on Vega.
Straight punch to the throat. Lariat, another short clothesline. Dominic Garrini has fired up. The bone collector is here to collect.
Corner to corner, doing damage to both of the Besties.
2.5 going for a German, trying to hold on. Oh my God, a double German suplex!
Unbelievable strength from Dominic Garrini.
Matt Fitchett attempting to save his partner, Davey Vega, paying for it here. Pop up into a fireman's carry position. What is he going for? F5 variation, beautiful. Swimming all the way through into an armbar. Has that full extension.
Referee checking out his condition. Here's Vega.
Going for a head kick, ducking it though. Dom had it scouted. Snap, German suplex. Kevin Ku in the ring on one leg. Look at that leg hanging.
Barely stand. But more
total elimination.
Oh, so close.
I was thinking that tonight violence was going to be forever, but the Besties, Matt Fitchett kicking out.
Tag is made. Kevin Ku, the legal man, once again.
Again, not sure that's the most intelligent thing to do right now. Kev on one leg, limping heavily. They usually have a head kick, brainbuster variation. Look right there, Davey Vega exploiting that injured knee.
Smart wrestling on the side of the Besties. They know that he's an injured man, took advantage of it. And now focusing on Garrini.
Beautiful fireman's carry toss into the flatliner. Taking the fresh Dominic Garrini out of the match here for momentarily. And the one-legged Kevin Ku saying, come on, motherfucker. Oh my God.
Here he came.
Rolling combo kick in the corner. Middle fingers to both of them.
Fuck you.
The Besties. Oh.
Tandem avalanche style maneuver there. That it could be all for Violence is Forever. Ku able to shoot that right arm up.
I'm thinking, what is it going to take to win this matchup here?
A vicious pair of kicks. And then a two-person kick maneuver there on Kevin Ku. Not have to put him away. Oh no, Matt Fitchett. That is the wrong man to smack. He loves this shit. Getting into a chop fest with the heavy-handed Kevin Ku. Palm strike.
Flurry. He's all over him, backing him into the corner now.
Working him all the way back into the corner, just going all in, throwing kicks with the good and the bad leg.
Violence party.
Every party's a violent party when Violence is Forever is involved. Straight boot there, good Lord. Spinning back chop to the chest.
So a bit of payback here from Matt Fitchett.
Oh no, going for a Liga Bomb! Picture perfect, had the heels hooked and everything, all the way into an STF!
This could be it. This could be it right here. Referee checking on the condition of Ku.
Davey Vega making sure that Dominic Garrini not able to interrupt this. What is Ku doing? Ku's able to break. Oh my God, Davey Vega! These shots to the head of Kevin Ku!
Just kicking him in the head while he's still in the STF.
The referee going after him too, telling him that you are not allowed to do that. That is illegal in the middle of this match. Paul strikes here, chops.
On the apron,
And
back
Kevin
first.
Ku is still not giving up. Here comes Dominic Garrini. Axe stomp.
Finally coming to the aid of his partner.
Brainbuster! Gorgeous! Dragging Ku over too, trying to protect his partner. Good God, senton by Davey Vega.
The last split second, saving the tag team championship. Right there was Vega. All four men feeling the effects of this war.
All four men in the middle of this ring. What are these men willing to go through to win this? Ku has one leg. Besties are fighting one of the hardest hardest hitting tag teams they've ever had to take on. Jumping into Gary there by Dominic Garrini, leaving his feet. Does so very rarely, but with that momentum and that power, god damn.
Hoists up Matt Fitchett.
Go to sleep. Pele kick.
Gets all of it.
Going for a German suplex. Snapdragon!
Right on his neck.
Super kick there. Rolling lariat, no, instead going for the one-legged power slam.
And now violence is forever. It looks like they're going to focus on Fitchett.
Straight knee, chest kick. Head kick, brainbuster!
Cover!
He's not down. Violence is forever!
New Black Label Pro Tag Team Champions! What a tag team matchup! Violence is forever, the Black Label Pro Tag Team Champions!
These two young men found each other at transitionary periods in their life where they needed someone to push them to be better. They originally wrestled as Sad Pump, but then they realized that they wanted to be Violence is Forever. They wanted to be a tag team. They wanted to create something special here in wrestling, and they did so here tonight as the new Black Label Pro Tag Team Champions.
This four-way.
Unfortunately, Calvin Takeman attacked in the back, not able to make it here. I personally have some ideas of who probably did this. I won't mention his name, but he's something all right. But as of right now, Zayne coming to the ring here. That's talented high flyer. He's been traveling all over the country, bettering himself.
An innovator. Invents stuff in the middle of a match, it seems.
He is the sauce. Taco Bell aficionado, Zayne.
Hard to find a more creative, high-flying wrestler anywhere in the world.
You're just a creator wrestler, you know? You're just going creator moves and you're like, that's a thing, cool. Yeah. Not originally scheduled for this match, replacing Mr. Isaiah Velasquez is Blake Christian Allheart, who's been showing up all over the country, as well as appearing overseas in Japan, absolutely crushing it. A Black Label Pro staple here.
young generation of talents that you're seeing here in BLP and on independent promotions such as Game Changer Wrestling across the scene. Such a gifted crop of young talent. Blake Christian and Alex Zayne certainly at the top of that list.
A man who was originally scheduled to take part in this match, his game plan potentially thrown off. Ethan Page, the body guy, had some issues here recently with one Dan the wrestler, rather, as they face each other. Shout out to Sarah Shockey. That one's for you. You only get one.
Hashtag all even.
Hashtag Threat Level New. Tell us what you think of hashtag all even.
And a bit of a different style of wrestler than someone like Blake Christian or Alex Zayne. J.D. Drake, a hard-hitting athlete.
The blue-collar athlete. Do your best, try your hardest, hit hard when life hits back. Sponsored here by Biscotti Pippin is J.D. Drake, who was classy enough to shift over his sponsorship to here, and we really appreciate that. We love having J.D. Drake here. Last time we saw him, it was J.D. Drake and Anthony Henry versus Violence is Forever. Already talking trash to Ethan Page. Ethan Page, as we both know, always has something to say. Whether it be the most intelligent thing for him and his well-being, we're going to find out here in a little bit.
Protecting himself from chops from Drake. It should be at the top of the list of Ethan Page's goals in this match, along with winning and earning a title shot.
Of course, wondering what style rules. It looks like we're doing lucha-style rules here in regards to this fatal four-way. Blake and Zayne hanging out. These two, though, very, very important rivalry between the two. Also tag together often.
They were partners on spring break last night. And well, all four men in the center of the ring here.
J.D. Drake, the largest competitor here in size. Ethan Page in height. Blake Christian, the smallest wrestler here, but again, all heart and deed, willing to do whatever it takes. And Alex Zayne, no one can plan for what Alex Zayne is going to do because he doesn't know what he's going to do until he gets rocking and rolling. A sign of respect here for Zayne, but not for long. Good Lord, chopping her away. And anything that moves is J.D. Drake.
Trying to chop down all the competition in the first minute of the matchup.
Going for an enormous suplex. No, Alex Zayne able to get out of it. Tossing him in. Big boot into gear to the back of the head there. That partnership didn't last long. Ethan Page drop down. Beautiful drop kick there by the body guy.
Springboard. Clothesline right there from Blake Christian.
Blake Christian wrestling so intelligently, realizing who he is. Pure body control, knowing exactly what he needs to do. Kipping up from having to hold on to that stomp.
Snapmare.
Going for a leg drop variation, though. Again, these two gentlemen tag together, know each other very well, know exactly what kind of offense they are possible of or can do, and swing all the way through. Arm drag out of that. Double-footed drop kick to the neck and shoulders.
Kind of unorthodox style, but that's what makes you so dangerous when your opponent can't anticipate what's coming.
But a partner can, because that's what he's supposed to be doing, and that showed in dividends. And here's the big goddamn Mack truck of a man in J.D. Drake throwing those.
Put that on a t-shirt. Big
beautiful
Mack truck of a man.
There you go.
Put that on Pro Wrestling Tees.
That's all you, Mr. J.D. Drake. Free t-shirt for you right there.
Just standing over Blake Christian now, as their other opponents are out on the floor feeling the effects.
Again, now the smallest competitor and the largest competitor in the ring. JD Drake realizing he can do whatever he needs with an unconscious Blake Christian. Knee strike there, sending JD Drake all the way downside. Blake Christian, though, we know he loves to fly. Flip, tope, suicida, but caught almost. Oh my God!
Essentially landing on his feet out of that eventually.
And a super kick to the back of the head for a good measure by All Ego Ethan Page.
Ethan Page just watched all of that happen and was like, I'm just going to go kick him in the side of that.
And that is the side of an intelligent competitor because
Yes.
I'm not going to get in the middle of that shit.
You don't need to do a front flip like that. You just kick him in the head.
Blake Christian rolling all the way to the outside. Referee calling to bring him back in. Ethan Page slamming Blake Christian head first into it again. Ethan Page had some personal issues with Dan the Wrestler earlier on, copywriting the name Dan the Dad on his show. Good Lord, beautiful suplex. Perfect the basics indeed. Not enough to put away Blake Christian though.
Clutching his back after the impact of that maneuver.
See that JD Drake on the outside able to finally get to a vertical base. Don't see Zayne yet though. Christian able to reverse Ethan Page. Ethan Page, by losing a lot of this weight though, has not given up any of his power.
No, absolutely not.
Still a big boy doing big boy moves and such.
Kicking away on JD Drake twice. Focusing on Blake Christian
Oh
now.
my God, I caught him! Back of JD Drake!
An inadvertent leg drop across the back as Drake was hung up in the ropes right there.
And again, that is the intelligence of Ethan Page, always one step ahead of his opponent, despite him rambling on and using his voice and his words to confuse and throw off your game plan. He's still watching, he's still waiting. He is a veteran of the sport. He's been all over the world, all over the country, and it has improved drastically, hanging up Zayne on the ropes. All hard with a front flip leg drop there. He learned what happened last time and thought, let's do it again.
That one wasn't inadvertent.
Moonsault into a gorgeous DDT there by All Heart Blake Christian.
Cover!
Got that leg hook deep and not enough. Once again, this is for the #1 contendership of the Black Label Pro Championship, held right now currently by Jake Something, who cashed in his win at the Greatest Rumble event on an already injured Calvin Tankman. Now, Calvin Tankman is not in this match anymore due to injury. So, Jake Something's now having to think of an entire different game plan depending on any of these wrestlers that could have won, because again, JD Drake replacing Calvin Tankman and Blake Christian replacing Isaiah Velasquez. Now, if Jake Something doesn't win later on tonight, it won't be his problem as he's facing the Warhorse in our main event.
Right now, Zayne with Blake Christian.
Good Lord, flipping face buster from the second rope. Incredible. JD Drake able to break it up, but just barely.
It's like you see 5 new things every match. You see both Blake Christian and Zayne.
Yeah, once again, something you wouldn't do outside of playing in a video game. When they said, would you like to do this and this together? I would like to. Does it make sense? No. Does it hurt? Absolutely. Then Zayne's going to do just that.
JD Drake charges into the corner, but Zayne moves out of harm's way. He's going up top.
What is he going for? He has this horrifying shooting star knee drop. Will he nail it? Not today.
Rolls through though, and gets met with a big boot from Drake.
Sick kick variation, double underhook. What has he got? Twisting neckbreaker, got him vicious. Ethan Page now able to make the save.
Diving in to break up the pin. Title shot on the line.
JD Drake staring daggers back at Ethan Page, not making direct eye contact with him yet, but now very aware of Ethan Page.
Telling him to bring it. It got brought.
Enormous forearm strike there by Ethan. Good God, but another well-placed one by JD Drake. You do not want to get into a strike exchange with this man.
Yet here we are.
Yeah, here we are, Ethan Page, all ego, not all brains sometimes, eating that devastating forearm shot. But here he is, taking it as well as giving it. Gorgeous chop there by Ethan. Oh,
Face to face.
Forehead to forehead. Let's have ourselves a chop fight. It's a hot fight. Body guy. Here's JD Drake.
Ducks that one. Kick to the side of the
I
head.
don't see JD Drake doing a head kick anytime soon, but
Running DDT there by Ethan Page, snapping him on it.
Only two. Able to get the shoulder up. Zayne ascending the turnbuckles, and Ethan Page saw that. Lands the forearm shot.
it's the worst part about being in a fatal four-way competition. Any competition that doesn't involve just one person, you always have to be wondering who's going where, who's doing what, especially with all these different styles.
Big stunner there by JD Drake, launching Ethan Page.
And here comes Drake.
Good God, with that rolling cannonball. Going after Zayne now, still realizing he was there. What in God's name is JD Drake going up for up here?
Zayne.
You know he has a moonsault that he likes
What
to
in the
bust
world?
out. It might be busting out that moonsault.
Nails it, that is it. Ethan Page able to roll away just enough though.
Cover. There's
Oh
Zayne.
my God!
Once again, Zayne getting to the top and saying, hey, this could work.
Sky Twister thingy. Broke it up.
I'm just gonna spin and land on this guy and hopefully it'll win. Hey, JD Drake up to the top though.
Here comes Zayne.
Oh my God, going for a Dragon Rana variation, doesn't have all of it. Oh my God, but able to hold on!
With his toes coming off the top rope.
Oh, good God, the strength of Zayne.
Charging into the boot from Ethan Page. Super kick to follow up. And a shoulder tackle turns him inside out.
Body guy strike combination there. Going for a power bomb. Let's see what kind. Razor's Edge style perhaps. Launching him! Picture perfect dead center of the ring. And oh my God.
And what's this?
That's Dan the Dad. I'm sorry, Dan the Wrestler. I apologize. Ethan, don't sue me.
Pulling him out of the ring. He's going for the win. And now it's Dan. Forearm shots. He's battling with Ethan Page up the aisle, back toward the curtain.
Good Lord, dragging him out here. And again, in Fatal 4-Way matches, there are no
Disqualifications, but 450 splash in the middle of the ring. Huge senton, but Blake Christian knowing to move. Picture perfect drop kick. Oh my God, Zayne is out. That is it. Blake Christian.
Trying to get the victory here.
Where's he going for? What is this? A submission hold?
Referee checking on Zayne's condition here to see if he needs to give it up.
There is no way he's holding on to.
He taps.
good doing.
Blake Christian earns the title shot.
Blake Christian, not originally scheduled to appear in this matchup, is now the #1 contender for the Black Label Pro Championship. I believe he's under 42, 43, and this time too, not bringing out the Independent Wrestling Championship, the IWTV.
Well, today it's all about the BLP Championship. Looking to add that championship to his resume is WARHORSE.
Truly coming into his own these past couple of years, having wars across the country with some of the best professional wrestlers on the planet, doing everything he can to prove independent wrestling is strong, independent wrestling is valid, and independent wrestling rules ass.
Independent wrestling does indeed rule ass.
Is that your WARHORSE voice? It's supposed to be all caps, man.
I don't know, it's some kind of voice.
Remember, it's supposed to be caps lock, bolded. That was like italicized.
WARHORSE certainly looks ready for action here. And he's got to bring all the fight to take the championship away from Jake Something.
Jake Something is one of the best professional wrestlers on the planet right now. He has it all. He has the speed, the power, the intelligence. It's such a damn shame he has such an awful attitude about how he goes about his business. This man doesn't need to take shortcuts. yet he did. Calvin Tankman went to war with Erick Stevens for the Black Label Pro Championship. And during that point, decided to cash in his victory in the World's Greatest Rumble against Calvin Tankman. And as you can see, J-Rose incensed as Calvin Tankman, a close personal friend of J-Rose, coming up together.
Now let's get the official introductions. Our championship matchup, your main event of Threat Level Noon.
This next contest is your being drained out of J-Rose by being around Jake Something. Again, Jake Something attacking one of his closest friends in Calvin Tankman, as well as actively exploiting J-Rose, telling him to re-announce him, do it correctly and such. Again, this bad attitude Jake Something doesn't need to have.
Doesn't need to have, but chooses to. But does WARHORSE have what it takes to become the BLP champion in this matchup?
WARHORSE has been to the big dances before. He has taken on the top competitors on this in the world, on this planet, and such, and he is willing to do whatever it takes. Jake Something's just another mountain for him to climb, another ass for him to rule, but not if he eats elbows like that. Good Lord, right now, Jake Something mugging WARHORSE on the ropes.
Just pounding away.
And you can't help but cheer back the name Something at Jake Something, despite if you even disagree with his tactics, his attitude, and how he acts. Oh, clubbing blow there to the chest of WARHORSE.
Just brutal. Grabbing the bottle of water.
Good Lord, dragging WARHORSE up. What is he doing? Trying to wipe off the makeup of the WARHORSE. Disgusting. WARHORSE puts on that war paint to give his fans something to attach themselves to, as himself, to pay homage to some of the greatest wrestlers he appreciates. And here he is throwing fists at Jake Something.
That just fired him up, it pissed him off, and now WARHORSE is on the war path. Big headbutt. Hits the ropes. Elevated,
Popped
pounding
up
away.
into a powerbomb, but able to knock him all the way down. Still punching away, though he has the full pin. Getting flung out of the ring, the power of Jake Something. Shoulder to the gut there. Intelligent wrestling here by WARHORSE, rather.
Climbing up top is WARHORSE.
WARHORSE has a ton of devastating maneuvers here. Huge front drop kick this time around.
Got great height and distance on that. And Jake Something rolling underneath the bottom rope all the way up to the floor to try to regroup. But I don't think WARHORSE is going to wait for him to get back inside.
WARHORSE knows how to fly with the best of them. Front flip suicide dive. Gorgeous. A tope a la homicide there. You love to see it. WARHORSE making his way up to the top rope once again. It has a devastating elbow drop and a double stomp on top of that drop kick he just hit.
Nobody home though. It was a giant leapfrog off the top rope.
Going for that lariat.
Something with one of his own. Rolled through into a schoolboy there. What is he turning him into?
Trying to hold on to the legs, but just gets kicked off and underneath the bottom rope all the way out to the concrete floor.
And we heard the thud of Warhorse's body in the back of his head slamming into that. I see him clutching at it down there as well.
And Jake Something now.
Jake Something, no slouch in regards to the high-flying department as well. A freak athlete. He can do it all.
Over the top rope, crushing Warhorse.
Shades of Mike Awesome right there.
That was Mike freaking awesome indeed.
Having a seat.
Crossing the legs and taking in what he just did to Warhorse.
He does need to bring it back inside the ring if he wants to retain the title there to win this matchup.
Once again, a man with all the talent, all the hard work that he's put forward to become who he is, and he decides to be a bastard about it. That's the real shame here. Good God, that forearm just rocking Warhorse. Oh my God, he goes to
start.
Devastating clothesline crossbody combination running through Warhorse.
Asking for the referee to count him out. Looking to retain the championship kind of the easy way.
Definitely, especially he knocked the wind out of himself on that one. I see him clutching at his ribs there. Maybe not the smartest decision to go for one of those high-impact maneuvers this early on in the matchup.
Warhorse back inside though.
Flinging Warhorse right back outside again.
Really going for this count-out win, isn't he? He's been watching his Berserker tapes.
Also giving him time to breathe here. Again, grabbing at that left side of his ribs there. I wonder what kind of internal injuries he may have suffered there.
Every time that he throws him out to the floor, though, he's giving Warhorse time to recover. Yeah, he might hit the concrete pretty hard, but he still has 10 seconds where nothing's being done to him.
It's 10 seconds of you giving the man time to breathe, to focus, to reevaluate what's going on, dropping to a knee, to look Warhorse dead in the eyes. He's gonna pay for that smack with another huge forearm strike.
Standing on his wrists.
Disgusting tactics and ripping at the face. Doesn't need to do that huge knee drop. Jake Something, 240 to 260 pounds. Didn't really read the weight here. That's just a big motherfucker in there. You don't want that crashing down on your face.
Show's full of a bunch of big and bad.
Big old beefy, big old meaty man, ready to slap some meat at all times.
Chin breaker from Warhorse. Gonna get a head start here. Running start off the ropes.
Going for that lariat that he has. That's
kind of rocking him, but not quite.
Knocking him loopy. That is enough.
Rising lariat, but getting absolutely bodied
by Jake Something.
We're just looking at that.
Sorry I went silent there for a second. Just looking into the eyes of that man, just the disdain he has for other people if they're not cheering for him. This man is a narcissist in every sense of the word, and I know all wrestlers are narcissists. I love people chanting for me. I love people cheering for me. But to be such an asshole about it is a damn shame when you can succeed on so many different avenues and be a good influence like Warhorse is.
Just colliding with the turnbuckle chest first and tumbling down to the canvas, now being choked by Jake Something.
And again, unnecessary, going for the throat, standing on it after doing a devastating maneuver, using that strength that he's obtained from all this hard work in the gym.
Has hold of the wrist of Warhorse, pulling him back toward the middle of the ring.
Dragging upward, just taking his time, clothesline of his own, but it doesn't fell Warhorse all the way.
Another, just holding him in position for each clothesline, colliding with the chest of Warhorse.
Warhorse's name being called out in all caps. Left hand lariat, right hand lariat, another left-handed lariat.
Headbutt.
Maybe going for that lariat once again. No, not this time, but pop-up DDT from the Warhorse.
Referee now. Double count administered on both competitors, trying to pull it together. Who's going to leave Threat Level Noon as the BLP champ?
Jake Something just screamed out in pain. You know for a fact that one rocked him. He's been on his feet most of the match, finally able to work his way up,
adjusting his jaw, not knowing where he is, swinging wildly now.
Avoided that shot from Jake Something, landed one of his own.
Going for that body maneuver, power slide. Violent party-like maneuver here. Punch, chop, indeed. Huge forearm strike.
Rolling elbow.
God damn, on the money.
Do 7 more. 7 more for him.
Just keep doing it. We love it. Jake Something whipping him off into the buckle. Quick as a cat. Another front drop kick, this time to the knee of Jake Something.
Took the big man off his feet.
Oh, Jake is in danger. Look at the look on his face. He doesn't know. He didn't expect that.
The championship is in
Rising
jeopardy.
lariat. Folding Something inside out.
Gotta turn him over and go for the cover.
He got that hooked in deep too. He may have it, but the power of Jake Something, he didn't have that left arm, did Warhorse.
Needs to follow up here. Got the champion down. Grabbing hold of both legs. Stepping through. We're gonna focus on that leg.
Again, the enormous tree trunk legs of Jake Something. He's enormous and using all of his lower body strength to flip Warhorse. Warhorse though going right back on the attack though.
Stomping away at the midsection repeatedly.
Good Lord, eating a ton of stomps there from Warhorse, forcing Jake Something down.
For a sharpshooter, it looks like they can turn it over.
He needs to turn over that enormous frame of Jake Something, but very near the ropes. Warhorse has to be careful.
Yeah, very close. Jake Something realizing how close he is. Is it within his grasp? Not quite.
Warhorse able to turn him over just enough. But this time, Something launching him off with just one huge leg. The damage is done though. You see him pulling at it, smacking the feeling back into it. Superman spear.
All that momentum, shoulder first into the midsection of Warhorse in the corner. Something looking to follow up now. But no.
Another huge trick could be going for that again. What is a straight right to the eye of Warhorse by Jake Something.
Warhorse in the corner as Jake Something gets met with a forearm.
There's another rolling elbow that you called for, going for a double underhook. What could he be going for? Maybe a tiger driver or a suplex? I haven't seen this out of Warhorse before.
Regardless of what he's going for, it's a big dude to try for. Headbutts.
Headbutts to the jaw and the side of the head. Dragging him back in, double underhook, brainbuster!
Butterfly brainbuster. Can't go for a cover right away, crawling now, leg hook.
Able to make it though, but not having all the weight on those shoulders though.
So much has been taken out of Warhorse thus far in the match. Couldn't go for a proper cover.
But again, you got to give it to Warhorse, able to heft up the larger opponent, Jake Something, for a butterfly brainbuster and nailing it to perfection. Of course, you wouldn't think to hook the leg. You think that should be it, but what is Jake Something made of? Oh my God, he is in prime position for a double stomp!
It's got to get him back inside, though, if he wants to win the championship.
Picture perfect, nailing him on the back and sending him face first into that concrete. Then 2 hits in 1. But now having to drag the big, damn near unconscious body of Jake Something may cost Warhorse this match. He's got to hurry.
Not an easy task getting a guy that size back inside the ring when he's lifeless. Finally able to do so.
Psyching himself up is Warhorse, signaling for the end. He has this picture-perfect elbow drop. He's put away a number of competitors with it, including earlier Joshua Bishop when they faced for the Independent Wrestling Championship. This time instead going for a double stomp to the face, but Jake Something catching him. Something! Oh! And Warhorse kicks out!
Only 2, Jake Something can't believe it.
The fans are in on, just as is Jake Something.
Crowd solidly behind Warhorse.
The chance of you can't beat him. What an insult to the championship reign of Jake Something. And here he goes, hafting up Warhorse. potentially for a pile driver maneuver.
Right on his head.
Much like Calvin Tankman's own variation of the pile driver.
Only two though. Somehow WARHORSE with the shoulder up.
Insult to injury, going for the maneuver of an opponent he is beaten beforehand in underhanded tactics. But then this new opponent in WARHORSE, a very game competitor, able to kick out of it. Where is Jake Something going?
Top rope.
Huge body splash, but missing. No.
Water in the pool.
WARHORSE needs to capitalize on this mistake by Jake Something. Back on his feet. Double stomp.
A short variation of a double stomp, but look at that, rising to his feet as fast as possible. Climbing up the top rope, maybe going for that picture perfect elbow drop, and he nails it! This could be WARHORSE about to be the Black Label Pro Champion! Oh my God!
Big Something with the shoulder up at 2 3/4. He's gonna try it again, maybe.
Another one, just going for another elbow drop on Jake Something.
Do whatever you have to become champion.
There it is, he nails it, picture perfect, straight into the sternum.
He's not done.
Another one.
He's gotta wear him out.
A trifecta of elbow drops may spell the end of the Jake Something Championship reign.
What in the world?
That's Gary J.
Gary J. coming to the ring.
Gary J is the Independent Wrestling TV Championship. He has the title. What the hell?
And Jake Something hit the ropes just now to take away the balance of WARHORSE, who was on the top rope. He just got crotched on the turnbuckle as a result of this distraction in the aisle by Gary J.
We said we couldn't find Gary J earlier today. Is this where he was? Oh my God, Jake Something has that devastating sidewalk slam, that black hole slam. Good God, the elevation on that. There's no way. Once again, with such underhanded tactics, are you kidding me?
Jake Something retains the title, but give the assist to Gary J, serving as a distraction with that Independent Wrestling Championship in his hands.
Look at the face of Gary J.
Just costing WARHORSE this opportunity for the BLP Championship. A score to be settled in the future between Gary J and WARHORSE.
WARHORSE and Gary J have been going to war
forever.
all over the country.
How many years?
For years, beating the piss out of each other.
And it's not over. Not by a long shot. Not after this.
Absolutely not. What in the hell is wrong with Gary J?
No. Stepping inside the ring as WARHORSE just
laying lifeless here. All the energy sucked from all the damage throughout that match. Finally catching up to him, but crawling over that Independent Wrestling TV title.
dropping it at the feet of WARHORSE.
God damn!
A rolling elbow from Gary J.
Dead center on the button, leaving WARHORSE limp in the ring.
See you at Slamilton up in Crown Point. Check it out on IWTV, along with all of the old Black Label Pro catalog on demand. Gary J standing over a lifeless WARHORSE. But Jake Something is still the BLP Championship after today's event. We thank you, each and every one of you, for joining us here on Fight TV. And we will see you at Slamilton.